So hi there, welcome to my latest update for my RTS engine. There's a few small updates and there's a big update for this one. Some of the small updates including like the GUI, minimap, also level loader as well, which I'm quite pleased with. And then we've had quite a big update with the Pathfinding. Pathfinding now can handle multiple layers. So let's have a look at what's going on. So first of all, I'll show you this level loader. And so see if we click new game, got our level loader appears, it's saying it's loading. And once the level's loaded as well, we can start loading other stuff, which you saw appearing there. At the moment, there's not much stuff though, so it happens quite quickly. Then go here, so you can see our minimap now. That's all done. If we build our MCV, see here, part of the GUI started being developed. I haven't put any building validation in there, so at the moment you can just build builds anywhere. So I see there's still quite a lot to do with that. Building selection there, that's been started on as well. But yeah, the main update for this is the pathfinding. So this I've tried to set up a level with, which would be particularly difficult for the algorithm. So first of all, just showing the multiple layers. You see here, I've got this tank here up on this hill. I'm going to send him to here. And you can see the algorithm goes along, it fires, it's got to go across the bridge, down this ramp, up here, through those tunnels. Once it's through the tunnels, it has to go up the hill, across a few more bridges. Yeah, no problem. Don't know if you noticed, but as well on this one, whenever you do it, there is absolutely no drop in frame rate. And that's done because it's all using separate threads now. So before, in my old projects, if you had a lot of units selected, like we do here, and you were going to go move them all, let's move this guy out of the way a second. So moving these guys here would be particularly difficult for the algorithm. Probably would have locked up the old one for at least 3 or 4 seconds. But you can see now on here, because they've been executed on different threads, we've got absolutely no drop in frame rate. They can't run in parallel though, the threads, unfortunately, because they all have to access the grid. So they have to run synchronously, but on a different thread to the UI thread. So you can see, so if it's an easy path, they'll all do it straight away. I've done a bit with the actual movement as well. There's still a lot more to do it, but you can see here they'll actually try and avoid each other and try and find paths around each other if they're all blocked. So that's that. I'll just quickly show you the actual grid. Just load up the main level. So you see here's my level. And again, we've got our grid script here. First click show grid. Here's the grid. So white tiles are open, red tiles are closed, green tiles represent bridges, blue tiles represent tunnels. I'll quickly show you the tunnels. So yeah, so it can handle multiple layers, so you can stack tunnels on top of tunnels, that's not a problem. Tunnels, you can also crossroad them, and it'll automatically handle all that. Bridges you can't crossroad, but you can angle them to make ramps, as you see done there. So yeah, so them are bridges. Just to show you some of these specific ones in action. Yeah, so if we zoom out a bit here, so you can see this guy, I can send him there, he'll go through the tunnel that way. If I send him over here, he will go through the crossroads. You can see underneath there. Same with these sort of guys, I can send him there. This guy here, I can send him there, means he's got to go across loads of bridges. See, that guy's going to go across there, but if I now send him here, he'll go through the crossroads. And I say bridges can go over other bridges, they can go over tunnels. So you can see here, this guy can go through there. I can send these 2 units over here. I can also send him up on the terrain if I wanted to go underneath the bridge. So yeah, so all you have to do is you have to just make your level, drop your script in, then just hit evaluate terrain. There is still a bit more work to do on bits and bobs, like all these parameters here. If you changed them, visually it'd look like it had changed. So you see, if I just show you the grid, say if I change the block indent to 15, you can see there the block indent's changed, but if I went to go run the program now, it wouldn't, it'd still be a 5. That's because these are all stacked variables and not serializable, so I need to do a bit more work on these variables. You'll have to go into the grid script itself to change them. But again, terrain, you just alter the terrain, you just place things where you want, and then that's it, that's all there is to it. And then I say as well, no matter how many units you got, you'll never get a reduction in frame rate, no matter how complicated the path is now, because it'll all run its own thread. The thread's completely thread safe as well, doesn't use any of Unity's API on these other threads. All the variables it tries to access have been locked, so they're all definitely thread safe. So yeah, that's the update for this latest version. Hope you enjoy it.